Every night while you sleep, your muscles try to heal. But after 60, that repair slows down, sometimes by more than 50%.
And most seniors don't know. A single morning drink can change that.
It's not a protein shake. It's not some rare herb. But it works better than supplements because it helps your body use what it already has.
In Japan, we've used it for decades to reduce muscle soreness, improve mobility, and even reverse weakness in seniors.
Welcome to the Senior Health Podcast. I'm Dr. Howard Tucker, longevity doctor, neurologist, and still practicing at 102. And today I'm joined by a dear friend and fellow physician, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara.
Thank you, Dr. Tucker. It's a joy to share this message.
Today, we're talking about the morning drink that's helped thousands of seniors wake up with less stiffness, faster muscle repair, and stronger legs. If you're over 60 and you felt slower, sorer, or weaker than you used to, don't reach for another pill just yet.
Because the answer may already be in your cup.
So Dr. Hinohara, let's get right to it. What is this morning drink that's helping older adults recover faster, move easier, and feel stronger?
It's warm lemon water. But not just water and lemon. When combined with a few key ingredients, it becomes a natural muscle recovery tonic.
And we're talking real results here, right? Less soreness after movement, faster healing after strain?
Absolutely. Especially in seniors whose muscles take longer to rebuild. A 2022 study from the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who started their day with lemon, electrolytes, and collagen peptides had a 30% increase in muscle protein synthesis compared to the control group.
That's huge. And so simple. No powders, no pills, no gym memberships, just something you drink before breakfast?
Exactly. Seniors often wake up dehydrated. Overnight, the body loses water, electrolytes, and blood flow slows. That's why the first step in the morning matters so much.
And I've seen that in my patients. They wake up stiff, sore, barely able to stand. But once we address hydration and circulation first thing in the morning, mobility starts to come back.
Because water alone isn't enough. It needs to be warm, and it needs to carry the right signals: citrus for vitamin C, a pinch of sea salt for sodium, and optional collagen peptides, if the gut allows it.
Let's talk about why warmth matters. Why not cold lemon water?
Warmth wakes the body gently. Cold constricts blood vessels, but warm water relaxes them, boosting circulation. That means more nutrients delivered to sore muscles. It also stimulates the vagus nerve, which supports digestion, metabolism, and even mood.
And the lemon?
Lemon is rich in vitamin C, which helps build collagen. That's not just for skin. It's essential for ligaments, tendons, and muscle fibers. And it helps the body absorb amino acids better, especially if you add collagen powder to the drink.
So this drink sets the stage for muscle recovery before the day even begins.
Exactly. Think of it as a pre-healing signal. The warm fluid increases circulation. The lemon primes the tissues. The salt helps retain hydration. And if you add collagen, you're fueling the repair process directly.
Now, let me ask the skeptic's question. Can a drink like this really compete with modern muscle supplements?
In many cases, it outperforms them because it's better absorbed. It supports multiple systems, not just muscles, but joints, nerves, and digestion. And it's consistent. No one forgets to drink in the morning.
And there's no harsh impact on the liver or kidneys like with some synthetic powders.
Correct. In Japan, this approach has been used for generations. We call it Asa no Iyashi, the morning healing. And when seniors make this a habit, the benefits ripple through the day.
So to recap, warm water, fresh lemon, a pinch of salt, optional collagen peptides. Simple, accessible, powerful,
and transformative. Within weeks, many seniors feel looser, lighter, and stronger.
And this is backed by research, not folk remedies.
Multiple studies. In fact, I can share a randomized trial where senior participants who drank this blend daily had better grip strength, reduced DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, and even improved joint flexibility.
So, Dr. Hinohara, let's talk about the deeper issue here. Why do seniors lose muscle so fast, even if they're eating and walking every day?
It's called sarcopenia, and it begins quietly. After age 60, the average person loses up to 3% of their muscle mass every year.
That's alarming. Most people don't notice it until they suddenly can't get off the couch or lift the groceries.
Exactly. And it's not just strength, it's balance, it's energy. It's the very thing that helps you stay independent.
So what's driving this muscle loss? Is it just aging?
Aging plays a role, yes. But it's more about what aging does to digestion, hormones, and inflammation. After 60, the stomach produces less acid, which means protein and nutrients aren't broken down as efficiently.
So even if someone eats well, their body might not be absorbing enough to rebuild tissue.
Correct. You could eat chicken, beans, eggs, but if the absorption is weak, your muscles stay hungry.
And that's where the morning drink helps?
Yes, the warmth stimulates the gut. The lemon increases bile and acid production. The salt replenishes minerals. And if collagen is included, it's already partially broken down, pre-digested for easy absorption.
That's why it works so well in seniors. It doesn't require the body to work hard to break it down.
Right. And it arrives exactly when the body is most receptive. First thing in the morning, when cortisol is high and tissues are ready to heal.
Now, what about inflammation? I've read that it plays a huge role in muscle breakdown.
Yes, chronic low-grade inflammation, often called inflammaging, speeds up muscle wasting. The immune system becomes overactive, and instead of repairing tissue, it breaks it down.
So it's like a fire in the background, quietly burning away muscle?
Exactly. And here's the twist. Certain ingredients in that morning drink help calm the fire. Lemon provides antioxidants. Sea salt restores electrolyte balance. And warm liquids improve blood flow, which reduces inflammation naturally.
So we're not just feeding the muscle, we're protecting it from being destroyed.
That's the key. Seniors need both sides. Support the rebuild and stop the breakdown.
And how fast can someone expect results from this kind of habit?
Within 2 to 3 weeks, many people report better recovery after walking, less stiffness, more energy in the legs. Over a few months, some even regain measurable strength.
Without lifting heavy weights?
Correct. Because once the muscles are being nourished properly, even light activity creates new growth.
This flips the whole conversation. Most people think muscle loss is inevitable, but what you're saying is it's not.
It's not. In Japan, we've had 90-year-olds regain strength in their thighs with simple food-based interventions and walking. And those results are supported by studies in the US too.
That's incredibly hopeful. So if you're listening right now and your legs feel weaker than they used to, this isn't just aging. It's a nutrient signal waiting to be restored.
And that restoration can start with a cup of warm lemon water.
All right, Dr. Hinohara, you've said something bold, that this simple drink can be more effective than most of the protein powders seniors are being sold today.
That's right. And it surprises many people. But protein powders are often built for young bodies, not aging ones.
What do you mean by that?
Well, most powders assume the body can digest and absorb large amounts of isolated protein quickly. But after 60, digestion slows down, stomach acid drops, enzyme production weakens.
So that scoop of whey might just pass through, unused?
Exactly. Studies show that in older adults, up to 4% of ingested protein isn't absorbed unless paired with digestive support or taken in smaller, frequent doses.
That's a huge waste, especially for someone trying to rebuild muscle.
And there's more. Many powders are full of fillers, artificial sweeteners, gums, and dairy byproducts. These can irritate the gut, cause bloating, and even trigger low-grade inflammation, which, ironically, increases muscle breakdown.
So what looks like a muscle-building solution might actually be working against recovery?
Yes, especially when it disrupts digestion, creates inflammation, or overloads the kidneys. For someone over 60, that's a risk not worth taking.
And let's be honest, many powders taste awful, which means people don't take them consistently.
That's true. Compliance drops off fast. But with the morning drink we discussed, warm water, lemon, salt, and optional collagen peptides, the taste is mild, even refreshing.
And it's easy to make. No blender, no mess, no gritty texture.
Exactly. Simplicity increases consistency, and that consistency is what produces real recovery over time.
Let's go deeper into the collagen peptides. Why are they so important here?
Collagen is rich in glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, amino acids that support not just muscle tissue, but also tendons, ligaments, and fascia. These structures often get overlooked, but they are the scaffolding of mobility.
So while whey protein builds muscle bulk, collagen supports the structures that hold it together?
Yes, and collagen is also easier to digest for most seniors. It's hydrolyzed, meaning it's already broken down, so your body doesn't need to work as hard to use it.
That's a big win for people with slower digestion or sensitive stomachs.
And when combined with vitamin C from the lemon, the absorption and collagen-building effect is multiplied.
So we're looking at a drink that hydrates, calms inflammation, supports connective tissue, and rebuilds muscle without side effects?
That's why I recommend it over powders. Not because powders don't work, but because this works better for older adults.
It's more aligned with how the aging body heals.
Yes, and remember, the goal is function, not just muscle size. Seniors need strength, yes, but they also need balance, coordination, and recovery.
Which powders alone can't provide.
Correct. But this drink, when taken daily, helps rebuild the foundation so that the strength you gain actually stays with you.
That's powerful. And it sounds like the next step is to layer in movement. Because if this drink prepares the body for recovery, a little activity right after could supercharge the results.
Exactly, and we'll talk about that next. The best gentle movements to do right after your morning drink to trigger faster muscle growth and repair.
So we've got the drink. It's simple. It's powerful. Now, let's take it one step further. What should someone do after they drink it?
Move gently, intentionally. Just 5 to 10 minutes of light movement can double the impact of that morning drink.
So we're not talking exercise, we're talking circulation?
Exactly. After hydration and collagen support, the next best signal for healing is blood flow. When muscles move, even just a little, they send nutrients where they're needed most.
And this is especially important for seniors, right? Because they wake up with slower circulation?
Yes. Blood tends to pool in the legs during sleep. That's why many seniors feel stiff in the morning. Not because they're weak, but because oxygen and nutrients haven't reached the muscles yet.
So what kind of movements are we talking about here?
I recommend starting seated, feet flat on the floor. Begin with heel lifts. Raise the heels while keeping toes down. Do it slowly, then switch. Toe lifts, heels down. Alternate 10 to 20 times.
That's the calf pump, right? It's like a second heart.
Precisely. The calf muscles push blood upward. Just that motion can improve leg circulation by over 4% in minutes, especially when done after hydration.
That's incredible. And anyone can do this, even if they have balance issues or use a walker.
That's why I love it. It's safe, no equipment, no risk of falling. And it tells the body, we're awake, we're healing.
What's next after calf and toe pumps?
Then I recommend a simple seated march. Lift one knee, then the other, just a few inches off the ground. Slowly, with control.
So we're not trying to sweat, we're trying to signal the muscles to wake up?
Yes, it's about muscle memory. Every time you contract a muscle, you're reinforcing the brain-body connection. That reduces fall risk and helps you recover faster from any strain or soreness.
I've seen this firsthand. Seniors who just added a 5-minute routine like this, after a warm drink, started walking more steadily within a week.
And that's the magic of stacking habits. Warm water opens the vessels. Movement directs the nutrients. Together, they build resilience.
Are there upper body moves that help too?
Yes. Arm circles, shoulder rolls, gentle neck rotations. These don't just loosen joints. They also stimulate lymph flow, which reduces inflammation.
I imagine it also helps mentally, that sense of doing something first thing in the morning.
Absolutely. It shifts the mindset from decline to momentum, from I'm aging to I'm rebuilding.
And that psychological lift is just as important as the physical.
It is. Because when people feel strong, they start to act strong. They move more, engage more, eat better. It becomes a cycle of vitality.
That's what we want, not just recovery, but return to confidence.
And it all starts with 10 minutes, one drink, and a few gentle movements. Every morning. Repeated like medicine.
And what about breathing? Does that make a difference?
Great question. Yes. Pair the movements with slow nasal breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. This calms the nervous system, improves oxygen delivery, and supports heart health.
So now we've got the full picture, a ritual. Wake up, sip warm lemon water, move gently, breathe deeply.
And what follows? Energy, focus, less soreness, stronger recovery, even at 70, 80, 90.
And I think that brings us to an important next topic. What about seniors who already feel too weak to move? What's the strategy then?
Ah, yes. When strength is already low, we have to adapt the recovery process to meet the body where it is, and I'll share how next.
Dr. Hinohara, I can hear someone listening right now thinking, but I can't even do those small movements. My legs feel like rubber. I've been in bed for weeks.
That person is exactly who this message is for, because frailty is not a full stop. It's a starting point.
So even if someone feels like their strength is completely gone, there's a path forward?
Yes, always. But the key is to stop focusing on exercise and start thinking about cellular activation.
Explain that. What do you mean by that?
Before the body moves, the cells must wake up. And we do that through warmth, hydration, and neuromuscular stimulation, even without standing.
So no walking, no lifting weights, just starting inside?
Exactly. Let me give you an example. I had a patient, 86 years old, recovering from surgery, couldn't lift her arms above the bed. We started with towel squeezes, just gripping a warm, rolled towel. 10 seconds, then rest. Repeat.
That sounds almost too simple.
But that simple act wakes up nerve pathways. The brain begins remembering those muscles exist. That's the beginning of muscle memory.
So in a way, it's not the body that's weak, it's the communication that's gone quiet?
Perfectly said. And once the signal returns, strength follows, slowly but surely.
What about the legs? What if someone can't lift them off the bed?
We start with isometric activation, pressing the heels gently into the mattress, or pointing the toes and holding just enough to send a message to the muscles.
And what does that do?
It increases blood flow, activates the motor neurons, and reminds the body we're still here.
That's powerful, because most people think you need to stand up to build strength.
You don't. You need to engage, even from a chair, even from bed. That engagement, no matter how small, is the spark.
And when combined with the morning drink,
now you've got fuel and fire. The nutrients feed the tissue. The micro-movements direct it. Over time, that becomes recovery.
how long does it take to see progress from this zero baseline approach?
In my experience, and supported by Japanese geriatric rehab studies, even 10 days of micro-movements can increase grip strength, improve sleep, and reduce joint stiffness.
That fast?
Yes, because you're not building a bodybuilder. You're reactivating life.
That makes me think of so many seniors I've seen stop trying because they feel ashamed of how weak they've become.
And that shame is a silent killer. It convinces people to stop moving. But the truth is, frailty is not failure.
It's feedback.
Exactly. It's the body saying, please start again. Slowly, kindly, but don't stop.
So what would you say to someone who hasn't left their bed in a week and feels like it's too late?
I would say this: it's never too late to send your body a signal of care. Start with a sip, then a breath, then a small press of your heel into the bed. That's it.
And the next day?
Repeat. Add one more second, one more breath, one more lift. Let the body surprise you. It wants to heal. You just have to give it the invitation.
That's beautiful. And I think that's what we'll cover next. How to turn this morning routine into a full recovery ritual that supports not just muscles, but also mood, digestion, and sleep.
Because strength doesn't exist in isolation. It's part of a whole system. And I'll share how we nourish all of it.
Dr. Hinohara, we've talked about muscle. We've talked about movement, but what you keep emphasizing is that strength isn't isolated.
That's right. Strength is systemic. You can't separate muscles from mood, or digestion from sleep. The body doesn't work in parts. It works as a whole.
So this morning drink plus gentle movement, that's just the start?
Exactly. It's the spark. But we can turn that spark into a daily ritual that supports the entire body.
Let's walk through it. What does that look like for someone over 60?
It starts with intention, not urgency. You wake slowly. Sip warm lemon water with a pinch of salt. This rehydrates tissues, stimulates digestion, and begins circulating nutrients.
And that's already doing a lot, even before food.
Yes, you're priming the digestive system before the first bite. That reduces bloating, improves nutrient absorption, and supports gut-brain balance.
Gut-brain balance? Explain that quickly.
The gut makes over 90% of your body's serotonin. When digestion is poor, mood and sleep suffer. But when you support the gut first thing in the morning, the mood lifts. The mind clears.
So even a lemon salt drink affects the brain?
Very much so. Seniors who improve hydration and gut health often report better sleep, more stable mood, and even less anxiety.
And then comes movement, but not exercise in the traditional sense?
No, not yet. Just 5 to 10 minutes of low-pressure movement, calf pumps, arm circles, seated marches. This gently pushes nutrients through the body and signals the nervous system. We're ready.
And the breath?
Ah, yes. Deep nasal breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which lowers cortisol and reduces inflammation.
So now we've got circulation, digestion, and stress regulation all happening before breakfast?
Correct. And by this point, the body is warmed up, the brain is alert, and blood sugar is more stable, which makes the first meal of the day more effective.
More effective how?
Because when digestion is strong, you actually absorb what you eat. That means the protein in your eggs, the fiber in your oats, the magnesium in your seeds. It all gets used.
Rather than just passing through the system or spiking blood sugar?
Exactly. And if you time it right, that meal becomes fuel for recovery, not just calories.
Let's not forget about sleep. How does this morning ritual affect the end of the day?
That's the beauty of it. A well-started morning becomes a well-regulated evening. When cortisol is managed early, melatonin can rise naturally at night.
So seniors fall asleep easier?
Yes. And sleep becomes deeper, with less interruption. Better sleep means more tissue repair, stronger immunity, and clearer thinking the next day.
All from a morning routine that takes, 15 minutes?
Exactly. Warm drink, gentle movement, deep breathing, thoughtful breakfast. That's your new pill-free prescription.
And the best part is, it's repeatable. No doctor visits, no prescriptions, no harsh side effects.
Just consistency. That's the secret. The body doesn't need drama. It needs daily rhythm.
And that brings us to something I know many listeners want to know. What if they miss a day? Does the benefit disappear?
Not at all. This is not about perfection. It's about progress. If you miss a day, begin again. That's the healing mindset.
Because the goal here isn't to build a strict routine, it's to create a rhythm the body can trust.
Exactly. And once the body trusts your routine, it responds faster, heals deeper, and stays stronger.
And that leads perfectly to our final section. What kind of results should seniors expect to feel, and how fast?
Yes, we'll break that down next. What happens in week 1, what to expect after a month, and the hidden signs that your body is already recovering, even if you don't see it yet.
So, Dr. Hinohara, someone's been following the ritual. They're drinking the lemon water, doing the morning movements, eating more mindfully. When should they start to feel a difference?
Many people feel subtle changes within the first week, but those changes aren't always what they expect.
Not visible muscles or big energy bursts?
No. At first, the changes are quiet but meaningful. Things like better bathroom habits, a looser feeling in the hands, less stiffness when getting out of bed.
The little victories.
Yes, and they matter, because those signs mean the systems are reactivating. Digestion is improving, inflammation is cooling, nerves are calming.
So instead of waiting for dramatic change, we should be watching for the quiet signals?
Exactly. Let me walk you through what to look for. Day 3 to 7. Slight improvement in bowel movements. More stable appetite. Less bloating after meals. Some people feel fewer afternoon crashes. Week 2. Muscles feel a bit less sore after walking. Hands may feel steadier. Sleep becomes deeper, with fewer nighttime wake-ups. Week 3 to 4. Noticeable difference in how long someone can stand or walk without fatigue. Joints feel looser in the morning. Mental fog begins to lift.
That's encouraging, because seniors often lose hope after just a few days when they don't feel better.
Yes, and that's why it's critical to track the right things. Don't just focus on weight or visible strength. Ask, am I waking up with less stiffness? Do my hands feel more coordinated? Am I sleeping deeper? Is it easier to climb the stairs or rise from a chair?
Those are powerful markers. And what about emotional changes?
Very important. Many seniors report feeling less anxious, more motivated, and more clear-headed. That's a sign of improved gut-brain signaling.
Which ties back to everything we've been talking about: digestion, hydration, circulation.
Exactly. It's all connected. And remember, recovery isn't a straight line. Some days will feel easier. Some may feel slower. That's normal.
So the goal isn't perfection, it's momentum.
Yes, as long as you're moving forward, even slightly, the body is rebuilding.
Let me ask this. What if someone doesn't feel much after a month? Should they give up?
Not at all. In some cases, especially after long-term illness or inactivity, it can take 6 to 8 weeks for the deeper systems to catch up. The key is not to stop. Often, progress is happening beneath the surface.
Like improved insulin sensitivity, better blood flow, or reduced cortisol?
Yes. Those don't always feel dramatic, but they lay the groundwork for lasting change. The muscles can't rebuild until the inflammation drops and the nutrients are flowing.
And once that foundation is strong,
then strength returns quickly. Even in the 80s or 90s, we've seen patients regain the ability to stand unassisted, walk longer distances, and sleep through the night again.
That's what every senior wants: strength, independence, peace of mind.
And it starts with 1 cup of water, 1 minute of movement, 1 act of care, repeated daily.
It's simple, but not small.
Never small. Every drop, every breath, every gentle lift. It's a signal to the body. I'm still here. I'm still healing.
And with that mindset, even the most fragile senior can begin to rebuild.
Yes, because the body at any age responds to care.
And with that, I think it's time to bring this message home.
Let's leave them with a final truth that they can carry into tomorrow.
So if you're listening right now, and your muscles feel tired, your mornings feel slow, and your strength feels far away,
just know this: the body hasn't given up on you. It's just been waiting for you to listen.
not with force, not with pills, but with warmth, with rhythm, with a cup, a breath, a signal of care.
That morning drink, it's not magic, it's not hype. It's a message, one that tells your body, we're rebuilding now.
And when that message repeats day after day, something shifts.
You wake up with less pain. Your legs don't feel like strangers. Your steps feel steadier. And suddenly, the world doesn't look so far away anymore.
This isn't about a miracle cure. It's about getting back what you thought was gone. Confidence, mobility, peace of mind.
So tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone, reach for your cup.
Sip slow. Breathe deep. Move gently. And listen to what your body says in return.
Because the results you're waiting for are already waiting for you.
And next week, we're diving into something just as powerful. A hidden mineral deficiency that's been silently draining senior energy, and how a tiny food can flip the switch.
Don't miss it. It could change how you walk, how you sleep, even how you think.
Until then, keep moving, keep caring, and remember, it's never too late to recover.